This is video 3 of basic welding. So it's a little bit hard for me to weld and explain at the same time, so let's go through it now. So what I did was I turned on the welder and I had my helmet on, and if I hadn't been holding a camera I would have had a glove on so I could steady this piece of metal with this piece should it have been required. I have used the stick and I have struck the weld to get a spark going. So you want to get the spark. It's not turned on, so it's not going to happen. So get the spark and then you start doing your welds. So here and back and here and back and here and back, or doing the semicircles. The circles, the little circles. Now, 2 things to remember. Do it very slowly. Not so slowly that we all fall asleep, but it's not a race. You need to make sure that the metal's melted and that it is merging with the other side. The other thing to remember is to make sure you're actually hitting this, whoops, that's still hot, hitting this piece of metal as well as this piece. So take your time, make sure you bring it to here and bring it back. Bring it to here and bring it back. Bring it to here and bring it back. So with this weld from last week, there was a lot of welds that were missing the other piece of metal that was here, which is why I could snap it off. And we ended up with welds just sort of going along one piece of metal. Now, you can see there, I haven't cleaned this. It's got the black casing on it. And what I'm going to do is hit it with the hammer. And see how well or poorly it works. So you can see the bits come flying off. You want to just be careful with your hands. And I'm just going to clean it a little. All right, let's have a look at this and we'll see how well or poorly I've done. So you can see here, that's a bit of a hole. Not happy about that. But then I got better. So you can see it's moving from one side to the other, one side to the other, one side to the other, and so on and so forth. So overall, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not very happy with this. This is an example of a hole. We don't want holes because then our weld will not be strong and it's going to fall apart. But what I can do is I can go back over that and I can fix it by then welding, just welding over that little bit. So everything's redeemable. Now, if that was absolutely rubbish or if I'd made a mistake, then what I could do is I could use my little one of these, the name of which has temporarily gone out of my head. Anyway, and we will cut it. So you can... It's weird that the name of that's gone out of my head. It's a little buzzsaw. That's not what it's called. So that's the basics of welding. Give it a go.